The Lane Libraries provide materials, services, and technology aimed at satisfying the curiosity, intellect, and imagination of our patrons. Today, we're going to explore the Lane Library's Fairfield branch, located in the heart of Village Green. This is the final video in a series exploring all of the Lane Library's branches, including the main library, the Tech Center, the Bookmobile, the Oxford branch, and the Smith Library of Regional History. So if you're curious about what we have to offer, take a peek at the other branches.
My name is Valerie Simmons. I'm the branch manager here at the Fairfield Lane Library.
So what's the best kept secret about this branch?
I hope it's not secret, but one of the best things about the Fairfield Lane Library is the staff that we have here. We have people who are so dedicated to what they do, to the service they provide, the programs that we conduct for our patrons. So that's something that I'm very proud of, that I feel very confident in, is super high quality here at the Fairfield Lane Library. Good people are here who really care. Another secret, and again, I'm glad you're doing this because I don't want these things to be secret. We have a computer lab here. We use it for a few different purposes. We can use it for small group meetings, for training, or programs for patrons. It is a space that community groups can book and use if they need a computer lab for some training or different activities. We've even done a Lego club in there where we build with Legos in the middle of the room and we're able to zoom in to virtual participants on the computers there. So we get pretty creative with that space. Another space which is unique to this building, we have a lovely veranda that's on the side of our building. It extends down the whole side of the building. We've been able to make use of that space, especially as we were not able to use as much of the space inside the building during the pandemic. We've done more outside. Our Wi-Fi reaches the veranda, so you could sit there on your lunch hour and check your email, use an app, whatever you want to do. We have people who sit there when the Village Green amphitheater it has an event like the concert in the park or something like that. So that's a great outdoor space that we have that's unique to this building.
My name is Lindsay Malillo, and I'm the assistant branch manager at the Fairfield Lane Library. So here at Fairfield branch, we do have 3 study rooms. We have a smaller one that we call the clock tower room. We have a medium-sized one that we call the tutor room, so we can have 4 to 5 people in it. And then our largest study room space is called our conference room, and it can have up to 8 people in it. Now, when things are normal, without some of the COVID restrictions, we do have the conference room in use. But right now, it is not for patrons to book because we have some storage in there because of our COVID guidelines.
So besides the typical books and movies and audiobooks, what else can you get here?
So one new service that we are going to start to offer in March is a seed library. So the idea of that is that you can come to our seed library and take some seeds that would allow you then to add to your own garden or create a garden if you don't already have one, large scale, small scale, just planting some cherry tomatoes on your porch, kind of thing. We have been really fortunate with the start of our seed library to get donations from local businesses here to get us started. So we're going to have a good selection of seeds, and we're hoping that that's something that our community connects with, can make use of. We've started some other programming. We have a sensory story time. The sensory story time is unique in that we partner with community agencies to come and support the participants, provide some guidance and some expertise, maybe some troubleshooting advice for the participants and the families. We've also partnered with the Community Arts Center here in Fairfield, our wonderful neighbors just across the way here. They are allowing the use of their theater, and Lane Library is providing the license for a movie so we can do a sensory-friendly movie showing. We have had a great response. It is an all-age program, and it does take into consideration different sensory needs. So the lights aren't all the way off and the sound isn't all the way up. So we make sure that the participants are comfortable and enjoying themselves for that.
Hi, my name is April Huerta. I work here at the Fairfield Lane Library, specifically working with mostly teens and some adult programming as well.
Now, I know you played a really big part in creating the Hispanic Heritage Festival. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
So last year, myself and the co-organizer, Odalis, we both had the idea to do something for the Hispanic community in Butler County. We both know that there is a very big community for Hispanic people here, and just there's not many resources for them here. A lot of it is in Hamilton County, or it's just they don't really know what kind of stuff that they have available to them, especially if they're immigrants. And since I grew up here, as my mother coming from Mexico as an immigrant, we didn't know much of our resources, and I wanted to have something that would provide families now with that, with those resources, especially with learning English, getting GEDs, anything like that, or even just family care, health care, all that kind of stuff. And we wanted to do something related to that. And I knew that Odalis was doing children's programming with Storytime in Espanol. And at first we were thinking of it to be something small, but I think a lot of people noticed how necessary it was, and eventually it became bigger and bigger, and more people wanted to participate. So many organizations were on board, and we're talking about how badly they've been wanting to reach out to Butler County, because they know that there's a very big Hispanic community here, and a lot of immigrants, a lot of people that desperately need help and need resources. We also wanted to have like a big event that would be representative to them as well, to be catered towards them, authentic and meaningful, and to pretty much represent them. Because we feel that some of programming in libraries can lack representation. There's a lot of great programming, but we did want something that really could change people's lives, and this event happened with that. So in the end, we had how many food trucks? Like 5 food trucks who volunteered to be outside. We had 2 bands, one of them a rock band and a mariachi band. We also had about 30 vendors and counting, because more of them wanted to participate, but we just didn't have the space for them, and they were actually coming to us in the end to participate. We had a whole teen side event where kids can come in and do STEM programming while it was happening, and this was through SHEP, which is a partnership we have gained from it. So this event also helped with that as well, to get some partnerships. Right now I became a board member with Treehouse Cincinnati, which is an LGBT center, and we've been working so much more with them. And I know Odalis is now working with the YMCA. There's just been so many great things that came out of it. And we're also having this event again this year in September, up to align with the Hispanic Heritage Month. So that should be exciting, and a lot of people are excited to come back. We're expecting it to be bigger, because City of Fairfield even worked with us on it. It was such a big event. We had about over 1,000 people coming in the span of 5 hours, which was amazing, especially our first time doing this. And we created this event in 4 months, and right there, enough said right there, it just told us how badly this was needed in this community.
Hi, I'm Morgan Sackenheim, and I am an adult services librarian here at Fairfield.
So what's your daily life like as a librarian?
My main day-to-day, honestly, is helping people fax and print.
And right now during tax season is trying to print out tax forms and things like that. Honestly, the majority of my job is doing that. But I can also help people if they're trying to find a book, even if they don't exactly know what they're looking for. So I kind of get to be a little bit of an investigator that way. Besides the normal programming, we also do computer tutor sessions where you can sign up for a one-on-one 30-minute session with a librarian, and we will teach you anything from you need help with your email to you need help with Excel or Microsoft Word. Some people come in and they just want to learn how to use the camera on their phone or their tablet, or they want to set up with getting ebooks on their device as well. So a lot of what I do is turning more towards using technology. I think that's most of what adult services is kind of coming to, helping people fill out job applications, resumes, things like that.
What's the best kept secret of your branch?
I think the best kept secret is our electronic resources. We have subscriptions to databases where you can get ebooks, audiobooks on your phone, your tablet, your computer. We have movies, we have music, Hoopla, Canopy, Libby. We have a subscription to Ancestry.com, Consumer Reports. You can read a newspaper through our website now. There are just a lot. I really wish people would look more at our online databases section on our website because it's just a treasure trove of things in there. And the library, really, we've become a place where you don't have to come in to get services. You can do it from your home. And I love that. And there's just so many free things you can get online. So definitely check it out.
If you're enjoying this video and you want more like it, don't forget to like and subscribe, or even leave a comment. We try to answer all questions and comments in a timely manner. You can also give us a shout out on Facebook. It helps us spread the word about all the cool resources and services we offer.
What is your favorite spot in the building?
Oh, okay. My favorite spot in the building is wherever the patrons are. But after that, I love talking to people. Besides that, I love our children's room. So our children's room, we did a total remodel of that space in 2017, 2018. And we put a lot of thought into how we wanted that space to work and how we wanted that space to look. So from just a working perspective, how the room works, we wanted to make it as flexible as possible. So literally half of that room is mobile. So the seating, the shelving units that are there are on casters or on wheels. So we can literally clear out half of that space. And we've been able to do programs. We can do story time in there if we need to. Large events that we've had here at the Fairfield Library, we can make use of that space. So having it mobile has been really, really handy for us. And it gives us the flexibility that we were looking for going into the future. From an aesthetic point of view, we wanted the room to reflect the natural environment that the Fairfield Lane Library is in. So we're really fortunate that we are right next to the Village Green Park. We have lovely open grassy areas, lots of trees here surrounding our library. And then at the Village Green Park, they have the water feature. So we wanted to build in those blues and greens, the blues representing the water feature in the park, also the blue sky, and then greens for the grass and the trees. So it fits as you look out the window. It's a very pleasant place to be. There's a lot of natural lighting. And we also incorporated some Charlie Harper designs into the space as well as a nod to a regional artist.
My name is Chris Esposito. I work over in the children's area of the Fairfield Lane Library.
What does a typical day look like for you?
My daily job over there in children's, it consists of helping patrons and kids find books, typically Dogman or Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Very familiar with where those are. but it's either helping the parents and youth find books or organizing our large collection of multimedia, DVDs, games, tablets, and then also preparing our various children's programs, such as our Lego Club or story times or other various fun activities that we do.
What do you like most about your job?
My favorite part about my job is definitely doing the programs, because even if it's our weekly story time or it's something I get to do only one time, just seeing the happiness and fun on the kids' faces when we get to do something together is definitely, worth all the preparation and build up to those moments when we get to do crafts together, or I get to read a book and everybody in the room is laughing. It makes my whole day.
Are there any collections that you have here at Fairfield that are different from what you might find at other branches?
We have Launchpad tablets. They come in these orange rectangular covers that are just tablets with 8 or so educational or edutainment fun games. They all have different varieties of things. Sometimes there's a My Little Pony themed game. Sometimes there's a Curious George or Little Critter themed activities on there. But they're just a variety of educational topics, such as learning to spell, learning numbers, counting, colors. So they're a great resource for someone that's trying to have a technology thing to give to a child, but it's completely closed off through the internet. So no worries about YouTube or anything else, just those games. It's very secure.
So what are some cool things that you have in this teen zone?
Well, we've got a flat screen TV, so there are teen movie nights. Teens can come in and watch different programs, and then we have a PS4, so they can check out a controller and be able to play the games. We have special days where they can come in and experience the VR player and take turns with the different games that are on there. And we do have a variety of board games that the teens can play while they're in the room.
Can you explain a little bit about the teen Discord that you helped create and set up?
So a little bit after I completely went full-time here, I always thought it would be a great way to interact more with our teens, especially ones that are a little more reserved and or don't have time to come in to do programming or just don't have the transportation to come in for whatever reason. And I think it's important to reach out to them, especially, and have a safe space for them. So Discord, since so many young people use it, we decided to make it happen. And it's a place where it's just for them. Library staff monitors and everything and interacts with them, and they interact with each other. They can talk about games, they can talk about books, whatever they want. They can even share art. And we also do some programming through there, like we did the gingerbread contest submissions through there. Right now we're doing the art contest submissions through there as well. And so far they're really liking it. We have about 20 kids on there now, and they seem to have a good time. We don't have any problems, honestly, and they're just there to have fun, honestly. I know some of them have even talked about wanting to do D&D. Yeah, that's something I think was important to have in our community for all of our young people here.
What types of materials here get checked out the most, do you think?
Oh, I definitely think that DVDs, Blu-rays, more circulation of our AV materials. But I still think we check out a healthy number of books and lots of materials in the children's area.
What's your favorite part of your job?
I consider myself to be an extrovert, so I like to interact with people. And so the customer service aspect and getting to talk to someone, find out what their needs are while they're visiting the library, and then working with them to find what they're looking for or come up with some solutions if we don't have exactly what they need, so they feel like they've had a positive interaction while in the building.
Where is your favorite spot in this library?
I really do like the quiet study area just because it's an interesting shape. My favorite place, if I ever was going to build my own house or live in an old house, I would want to have one of those tower rooms where you could have like your library, your personal library. So that room that we have as a quiet study area reminds me of what that room could be. So I like that area because it's got so many windows and it's just kind of an inviting place to be.
What is the weirdest question that you can remember that a patron's ever asked you?
Oh, I have so many. But one that really sticks out from, early days when I was just working reference for the first time was someone who came in and wanted real pictures of the Mothman.
Can you tell us a little bit about programs and events that you have coming up?
I do the Life in the Craft Lane, which is a craft program. It's pretty popular. We do all sorts of crafts. We're going to do some spa stuff, and we're going to make some sugar scrub. And then we've done stuff where we've made snow globes. So it just varies a lot. And it's a really fun program. We also have some really fun book clubs that are just, honestly, it's entertaining just to be a fly on the wall and just listen to our book club members talk to each other, because they always have really funny and great discussions going on. In the spring, we're doing our Life in the Craft Lane once again, because that's super popular. And then we're also going to be having a makerspace. So we are going to be making buttons. We're going to be burning some wood. We have some wood burning pens. We're going to be playing with some paper circuits. We have LED lights. So a lot of the supplies are actually coming from our technology center. So if you guys stop on by and you like it, you should definitely check out the tech center because it's pretty awesome. Also, Adam, who also works with adults, he does an escape room usually once a quarter, and he's just an evil genius with his puzzles that he makes for patrons to try to figure out. We bow down to his escape room expertise, and those programs are always a lot of fun. Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about summer reading?
Sure. So every year we have our summer reading program. This year's theme will be an ocean of possibilities. So what we typically do is we have a lot of programs and story times themed around that central program idea. So patrons and families can look forward to plenty of fishy activities to do. I'm not sure what exact plans we have just yet, but I know it'll be exciting. And with always our summer reading program challenge would be encouraging families to read. The more they read, they'll earn points and they get prizes, such as coupons, their favorite fast food places, stuffed animals, toys, books, of course. And I know there's always one lucky winner for the grand prize, which is usually fantastic. So really looking forward to seeing what those prizes are this year. There is a different prizes given out for adults, for teenagers, for older children, younger children. All ages are welcome.
So what's something that you want your patrons to know?
I want patrons to know that they are welcome in this space. That if you, for example, don't speak the same language that I do, I will help you. We will figure out, how to assist you in the best way that we can. We're a very accessible building. So, if there are any physical challenges that you have to the space, we're going to work really hard to make everything as accessible as possible. But that's kind of my goal as a librarian, as a human being, and as the branch manager of this space, is that you are welcome here. You are welcome here, and we will do everything that we can to make your time here within this space safe and enjoyable and enriching.
To check out the Lane Library's upcoming events and to see which of our services is right for you, visit our website at lanepl.org. Thanks so much for watching. This is the final video in a series exploring all of the Lane Library's branches, including the main library, the tech center, the bookmobile, the Oxford branch, and the Smith Library of Regional History. So if you're curious about what we have to offer, take a peek at the other branches.